creatures big and small. Yep. Just thought I'd go live, have some fun. Got a serious day ahead of me. This will have some fun and then get serious. Oh my. Yep. Need more coffee. Well, good morning, Adrian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Got to get a little tuned in here. There we go. All the way from across the pond. I was just at Shaz's live stream. She's a pretty cool lady. There we go. Boy, try to get all straightened up here. Yeah. I've been having fun with Varathane and Stain. Just an old piece of the house that needed reconditioning. Just a little piece of the oak flooring where the high traffic comes and goes. So that, became worn. So I thought it would be easy to do, but I had someone sand it down, strip it first, and then sand it down. Thank you for that thumbs up. And then, so I've been playing with the Varathane and the Stain. I had all the doors open, and I'm like, oh, it's pretty cold. Then I thought about my citrus outside. I went, oh yeah, they've been out there since March 1st. Always put them out March 1st. But they can't take cold below zero, man. Once it's freezing, they don't take that very well. So, well, bye. Nice to see you. Hey, Dave Knight, just said hello to you there, kind sir. Just been up for a couple hours. I put the first coat on the oak in the living room because that's the oldest part. The foyer and the living room come together. That was a high traffic area, so I can't get down there and sand it. So I had a guy do it, sand it with two grit, a rough one, and then a really nice fine one. So I've been playing with Varathane. It's so bloody cold here. I thought, oh, gee, my citrus is outside. Yeah, my Meyer lemon I put out in February. The Meyer lemon, it can go down to -12, the Meyer lemon. Same with Satsuma. Well, maybe not -12 for the Meyer lemon, probably -6 or 8, but the Satsuma can go way down. I have to do my floors again. I did them 25 years ago. I just had all the floors replaced here with white oak. But there was an older part of the house. I thought, well, I'm just sanding it down. I'm not going to rip that out or put something on top of it. Well, I could have, but instead I sanded the high traffic area and I'm just feathering it in. And I went, oh, I didn't sand it. I had a guy do it. Always house maintenance, man. And then I'm finding stuff. Oh, I finally I had the door put back on. I had to take a door off to do all the trim and everything. Like last year, this is sitting there for a bloody year. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Good to see you, Bill. Good morning. Just talking about my citrus outside here. My Meyer lemon has been out there since probably middle of February. They can take a pretty good cold. And then my Valencia lemon's looking great. got little lemons on it, big lemons, ripe lemons, lemons falling off. Well, you know what? It all comes down to they can't take cold frost and just bring them inside, or that's about all you can do. I put mine in this huge. Oh, I planted ginger in it, and yesterday too. I put new soil in it, topped it off, and then I fertilized it. I didn't mix the fertilizer in. You got to put it on top and let it seep down because they burn too easily. But I'm having local lemon today on local cold smoked salmon locks. So I'm going to zest that lemon. I'm going to have it. I'm going to have the lemon zest because I'm putting that. A friend of mine says, like, last time you did this, you made the lemon loaf with the zest. And I'm like, yeah, because it's night and day from the zest from the store. Danny, Lorraine, good morning. Good morning. Just talking about the citrus outside. I have the windows and doors all open here. I'm doing a little bit of refinishing a piece of oak and from the foyer to the living room, and then it goes into the dining room. So it's a high traffic area. So it was wearing out this white oak, and I even finished a piece off with spicy oak when I extended it to the washer. It wasn't even the same color, but now that you're sanding it down, it's like now it's the same color. Nice. Homegrown lemon has taste. No one will know till they grow their own or pick one off the tree. Yeah, it's night and day. You can smell them before you even pick them off the tree. When you go to the supermarket, you don't smell them until you go up and scratch them. Here, you can smell them. Oh, and I made a ton of clones. I've got to pick them up this morning, too. I grabbed a ton of clones. It's not only the taste, but the aroma. Yeah. Newfound Drone Productions. Bill says, oh, Danny. Hi, Danny and Lorraine. And Bill saying, yes, true. And I have the heat in the greenhouse above freezing the rest of the week. Nice. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to put some citrus into the greenhouse in a bucket, like in a container. They don't really like really big containers right away. They just need a small container. And then, as it starts growing, you see the root coming out the bottom, of the pot, and then it's time to upgrade. But you don't need to upgrade a lot, You don't need a really huge pot. Oh, hey, Jamaica. Good morning. I was just at your channel. Just having a morning chit chat, standard moderator. There you go. Good morning, Jamaica. Very cool channel, very cool earthling. Go over there and say hello and watch a video or two. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, I went to Jamaica's channel. Okay, and it is Jamaica. It's like a little shocking. It's so sensitive, this computer. Danny Rain, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Jamaica, hi. Hello, Dave Knight. Hope you're doing good. Yep. Dave's growing food in his nice fancy greenhouse. Hey, there was a piece this morning I watched from CTV News on Jane Squires. She lives up the island next to me, and she has like avocados and everything growing. Hey, she uses wood heat, right? Yeah, she has avocados, guava. Well, pineapple guava will grow outside here, and loquats will grow outside here too. I can't wait for my variegated lemon to get here. Nice. I added a couple of additions. My satsuma died, so I had to go and I have another satsuma at another place. So I'm making clones there, but I'm making some Valencia clones too because these seem to grow good. I ate the fruit and then I went, oh, there's a seed. I don't mind sitting around waiting. Hey there, Pilgor. I can't wait till, hi, Jamaica from Danny and Lorraine. Hope you're doing well. Satsuma is so tasty. Oh, yeah. Satsuma is really tasty. And it's good for really cold, like it can take a lot of cold, like down to -12, Satsuma. A lot of people don't realize that. Once you tuck it in underneath the eave and then put a blanket on it, you can pretty much grow it outside up against the house, the warmth of the house. Find that microclimate, putting them out into the snow and ice. They get beat up pretty good, and then they might come back. So I like to look after my citrus because they taste good, and I have one for breakfast this morning. Yeah. I'm using the zest from it because there's no chemicals on it. It's not that aruba wax or the resins on it. You can't use that. So, sitting around having a good cup of coffee and I put the first coat on this high traffic area on the white oak. I'll show it to you in a minute or two after I have my coffee and salmon. Newfound, good to see you. Good to see you too. Yeah, Pilgor's here. He has a second channel. He has a couple of channels. It's pretty cool. One, my second cup of jab is so good. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh. On my second cup. I figured that there, Danny and Lorraine. I figured that. I've been up since 2 a.m. So I put the first coat on the high traffic area on the old oak because I put oak throughout the whole house. So that's new stuff. So I don't have to do anything to that. But the one in the living room isn't that new. In the high traffic area, I was surprised it wore through. But that's where everybody came in with their dog and the dog scratch and the nails were hitting them. I'm like, oh, geez. Didn't take long to scuff it up. And Danny's on his second cup, or Lorraine. No, Howie, just this one now. That's it. Oh, you had another channel too. Pilgor J420, I think. It was a good channel. I went there few years in a row. Yeah, it's been a while, Newfound. My grow lights just came out, scared the shit out of me. Okay, Bill. Bill's pretty cool. No Visible Farms, what it was. Oh, Visible Farms. Okay. I knew it was something like that. I can't remember everybody. With 1.2 billion people on YouTube, it's difficult to remember everyone. But I'd sure as hell give it a try. My IQ is not above 140. It's below 140. So, it'd be nice if it was, but it isn't. Sometimes I think my dog is smarter than me. I stopped the salmon content. Oh, too bad. I liked it. Newfound Drone Productions. Bill, I enjoyed Pilgor channel. There was a lot of people hung around that group. I never had much to do with, but Pilgor was cool the whole time. Yeah. And his woman too. They're really nice. They were always really nice to me. It goes a long ways if you're good. With me anyway. If you're bad, that takes no talent. I'm a little, I have no patience this morning, I think. I've got a long day ahead of me. Good to me since I knew them. Respect goes both ways. Oh, yeah. Hey, Arky. Good to see you, Arky. Ark Wild Man. Always a pleasure. Yep. Just doing a little bit of fun. Chat with some YouTube buddies. That's about all I'm up to. And redoing a little bit of white oak. It really is super white oak. Eh? When I had the guy sand it down, like past couple days, they've been sanding it down. First they stripped it, and then really nice. And I couldn't believe how white it was. It's almost as white as white paint. I'm like, because it was never that white. It's like I was surprised. I was very surprised. It's as white as white birch. Yep. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised at that. And but I have all the windows open here because of the varathane and the stain. I put on the. I'm only doing the little traffic area place about 6 by about 36 square feet is what I'm putting down. I put the first coat down, then you have to wait 4 hours. But I bought the one that was polyurethane. Uh-huh. I'm not doing the stain and then the verathane and then the final finish. I'm not doing all that. I'm just doing one coat, and then the second coat I'll put on heavy, and that'll give it a nice sheen. And I feathered it into because it really sucks up a lot of brush strokes, So I feathered it in with this fine painter's brush at the very end, and I looked at it and went, "Geez, Howie, I think you missed your calling." We enjoyed our run of it. Yeah, I bet you did there, Pilgore. Good to me since I knew him. Yep. Ark Wildman says hello all or hi all. Good to see you, Arky. Yep. There was something I was watching. I had to go somewhere and I noticed you come on live recently. I think it was yesterday. And but I couldn't stay. I had to go and do some things. Always got to go do this, do that, especially on a Sunday, because there's always everybody likes to visit Saturdays, Sundays, their days off, and it's like, oh, okay, it's nice that people come by and say hello. So that's kind of cool. I have nothing but respect for the community, of course. Yeah. I have some other citrus that I've purchased. Well, actually, I didn't purchase them. They were gifted to me. That's right. I didn't even have to buy those. Oh, yeah. Just fibbing it. Nice. What kinds? Yeah, yuzu and a calmanden. I mean, I've got other ones over my family's solarium, like, we got a heater in there, and we're going to boost those all out soon too, because once it's March 1st, we don't really get a heavy cold or frost. It's nice, cool weather. So from March 1st to November 1st, your citrus can be outside. I'm going to do a video today because the lemons are falling off my lemon tree. And that's how they're growing outside here. You got to bring them in or provide shelter for them. Simple as that. And I don't like lemon trees or any citrus that lose their leaves. I don't like that. I like it intact. I like to see it nice and crispy and cool. You can feel the coldness coming off like a lemon, eh? They can get cold and then they retain that cold. You can bring them inside or whatever. You can feel them. It's really weird. I hate the leaf drop. Yeah, I don't get that a whole lot. On my Meyer lemon, I do, but that's that leaf drop is there's lack of lighting. They really like a lot of light and take out the center of the citrus so that the light can get in and hit the trunk. You want that center gone. When you see those nice lollipop citrus, that's for where they live. That's not for you. I got it on some varieties. Yeah, they get black fungal blight. You have to have them like where the trunk hits the root system. You have to have a little bit of the root system exposed and have air go over it. To grow citrus is not easy. It isn't. You really have to pay attention to them, and they love being looked after with a little mist of not just rainwater or some water that sat for a while. They're very sensitive to fertilizer too. You don't dig in fertilizer, and when you repot it up or whatever, you don't put the fertilizer. You put the fertilizer on the top so it seeps down. It's a very strange citrus is very strange. I used to have a whole bunch of different kinds, but now I have them at everybody's other place because there's a lot to look after. But I've been thinking where to put this 12 to 15 footer. It's usually 15 feet by the time fall comes around. So I'm thinking, where to put it. And I was at the conservatory recently, the Crystal Gardens. There used to be a beautiful garden in there till the government took it over and destroyed it, tore it all apart. And I'm like, you bunch of sickies. They took out all the figs and everything that was growing in there. We had penguins and caiman alligators in there. It's huge, hey? I was so sad to go there. They had CD Saturday there this year. I was bloody sad to see it, and then I remembered everything that was in there, and it was gorgeous, and the aquarium, and they had a lot of water plants. The place was just rocking. And then about, gosh, it must have been about 15 years ago, the BC government just destroyed it. I was shocked. And now you walk around inside it, it's just a huge greenhouse. That's what it is. It's a massive greenhouse. So I was thinking, gee, one of my lemons would go good in here. I wouldn't have to move it no more. Call me they. They, not I, they. I would. I'm in it. Yes. Hi, Vay. Would love a lemon tree. Yep. They're nice. They smell good. And when they're in bloom, all the hummingbirds come. And if you have it by the foyer, when you come in the house, you really smell it. I grew hyacinths there for that smell, that greeting aroma, but the deer come and ate them. I wish we had hummingbirds. Yeah, maybe as far as New York, maybe they don't, they would come back and forth, but they wouldn't stay there. It's just too cold. They don't have them here. No. See, the reason why they can overwinter here is people look after them with feeders. If people didn't put their feeders out, they'd die off, and then whichever ones flew south, because they're a migratory bird, they would come back again, have their young, and then fly south again. But I love them little birds. Yep. I wish we had hummingbirds. Well, I'll come out and visit sometime, Bill, and you can sit by the hummingbird feeder and say hello all you want. I eat so many lemons. Wow. Me too. That's the first thing that I do is I wash the lemon. As soon as I wake up, I wash it because it's got a bunch of crap on there. Excuse me. So then after I dry it a little bit, then I cut it, squeeze it in some reverse osmosis water, and I bang that back. Boy, you get quite the bing from that. And it's interesting that the citrulline and limonene and these type of things, mostly citrulline is in watermelon, but it's in a lot of things though. But watermelon is where it's at. And that goes change in some when you drink the citrulline or you eat the watermelon rind, really heavy in there, that citrulline in there converts to arginine inside your body. There's a complex molecule construction going on there, and then it turns into nitric oxide, which controls the vasodilation in your valves, right? So there's a big process. So when you eat citrus and eat watermelon and stuff like that, you're a smart cookie, boy. You'll live a long time. Yep. That's people drink red wine for the resveratrol. That's really good for your heart. That's like try to get a low dose alcohol red wine that's not polluted with a bunch of crap. Citrus is coffee for some of us. Yep. I wish I had the money to. I would, Howie, in a split second. My dad told me BC is beautiful, the most beautiful province in Canada. He has since passed, but I want to visit. Well, Bill, just drop by. So, take you out fishing and show you the jungle, the rainforest, and yeah, it's on the bucket list, Bill. I'm going back there to pick blueberries and porridge berries and bogberries, man. That was my favorite thing to do. Maybe a few rabbits and knock down a partridge or ptarmigan or two. William, so do I. So many things to see in BC. Yeah. It's a the West Coast is fairly wild, hey? And the north of the Vancouver Island, there's this big swath called Cape Scott Park. There's a whole village in there. They're from Finland and Denmark. They're Vikings, I guess. And they had a village in there, and it's all still there. They just all left because the government wouldn't put a road to them. The government of the day had promised them a road, but never materialized. And, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Same here, Howie. Anytime you're welcome here. Oh, cool. Bucket list filled with fish sounds like retirement to me. Yep. Bill says crazy. Yep. Yeah, you get up, you go to Port Hardy, then you take a ferry to Haida Gwaii. It's this huge couple of islands. It's it used to be called Queen Charlotte Islands, but the First Nations have put their name back on it, and it's pretty much a country now. When you go there, I know it's part of Canada and it's in British Columbia, but you have to show your driver's license and who you are, that you live here. And then they won't let you on the ferry if you don't have your some ID. And now that they've got special status, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised they ask you for a passport. Sounds so nice and good for the First Nations. Yup. I wish someone would vote the First Nations in for government. Well, they've seen colonialism come in, so they understand through generations of what colonialism's all about. So they're not they're not interested in that. But governance, they're quite interested in, and they have a lot of authority. Here, when you go to their territory, there'll be a sign that says you have to check in at the office. Hey, so over the years, I've learned to say a few words in their languages, like hello and stuff like that. So they really respect that. Hey, they're smart people. They would have a better outlook for the country. I think. Well, white people are smart too. We're all fairly smart, right? It's the situation you find yourself in. The worst thing about the society that we have is you have to be pretty much a slave to money in a well-organized society with all these gatekeepers. So, and it's hard for people who work for 40 years and then they're pretty much ready to retire, and then they die a few years later and the grandkids sell the place and it's gone. That's what I see, right? It's all dollars, 100%. Howie, that is is very respectful of you. Oh, yeah, you got to respect everybody. I got to go and have another coffee there, and I'll be right back. It's all dollars. Huh? Well, control grid, right? You ever look at a map? It's all a grid. I mean, I don't mind if I had to work like say 5 years or 10 years to own my pad. I mean, you go to Japan, you go to Chiba in Japan. What's a house worth? 10,000, 6,000, 20,000. Real nice pads, 40 G's, 50 G's. What the hell's that? Like you gotta spend 40 years, man. 40 freaking years, day in, day out. You'll be lucky to work those 40 years. Call me Vay, not only respectfully, he's a man of. Yeah, thank you, kindly, Bill. I'm listening to him talk. As much as I'd like to give up 40 years of my life, I'm not really interested in that. I don't mind having to work and build my own place and have to pay for a piece of land. But first thing is, where I live, you got to have $1 million for a little tiny lot. If you don't have it, you don't get it. For real. And they're that's just the way it is here. Ain't that sickening? Well, you know what? There's a movement of earthlings that they just had enough of that, and they live precariously in RVs, caves, tents, and it's imploding this. I'm starting to see a few places for sale now. I'm like, well, that wasn't like that. So I'm that earthling. I want small, tiny home. Yeah, you don't need no big ass home unless you want to build your nice big home in the middle of nowhere. Go for it. But in the city, you see these monster mansions. One day you move there, you got nice, beautiful sun, and then a year later they've built a 20-room house there, and there's not even a bit of lawn. I'm like, yuck. And they put in like 2 suites downstairs, 2 Airbnbs, and there's just constant traffic. That's what's happening here. Constant traffic. When they turn around, the lights come right in through my living room. So I put a big berm there, a big hoogle mound, eh? I thought, okay, you're just going to get it bounced right back. Yeah. I even was pissed one day that this person just sat there, and I thought, well, geez, I'm going to go out there with a mirror, and there you go. I got to go see the Aqua Donkey, make sure it is him, because I did go over there and look at his channel. And I'm subscribed, and I watched Awesome Helicopter. Yeah, they were doing a type of cutting for the power line. That's as far as I got. Newfound drone production here where I live, Howie. It's a rich area of the city. I'm not rich, just live here all my life. Maybe the poorest of my town, no joke. But they have multi-million-dollar homes, one family in. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But if you worked hard for that, then it's your God-given right to build a big mansion. But put your money to better use. Grow citrus in Canada. Tap into that thermal heating in the ground in your wood-fired electrical station. Good to see Aqua Donkey prospecting. Good to see you. I'm new to your channel. I watched one video so far, and it was pretty cool. The helicopter was going up and down the power line, and it was cutting it. Back in the day, we didn't have that. We had to climb up there or drop the tree. You go up, you tie it off, a guy pulls it over, and then, because of arcing, right? NDP. Oh, hello to Bill. Yeah, I'll be right back. Dude, my olive tree grew a foot, hey, inside this year. And but over at another piece of property up the road, they have them growing outside, hey, and then they got them growing outside on Salt Spring Island. Salt Spring Island is a nice place, boy. I'll tell you, it's beautiful. It's like the San Juan Islands in the States. I don't know if you know where all that is. I'm back. Had to take plants to the greenhouse. Plants. Forgot the T there, Dave. 6 Celsius and rising. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. It's getting up to like 11 and 12 here, but now it's cooling off a little bit, but it's not freezing anytime this week. If it does, I'm going to go throw a blanket on my citrus. And, I got to figure out something because it's in this large container. I can't put it on the cement because then it cooks it. And then the sun can't hit that black container. It heats it up, cooks it. It's a real juggling show. So I've been thinking, back in the day, we used to get white containers to put the blueberries in. They stayed the coolest. I'm thinking maybe I should paint my container white so it reflects the heat instead of holding it in and doing the radiant thing. I will talk to you all soon. I hate to cut this short. I got to run, but I will be back if you're still on in a half hour or so. Take it easy there, Bill. Yep. But I forget what I was talking about. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, citrus. It's fascinating stuff. But today I get to eat one, which is pretty good. Yeah. It just having it on the counter in the kitchen, I can smell it. And I have like 20 other lemons there, but you don't smell them. So you just move it out into the other room and see if you can smell it out there. Yep. And you can hold it out like this far from you. And it's aromatic. And it's like, yeah, that's it, right? That's the way to go. Citrus outside, they require care. They require care. You have to look after them, much like a pet. It's very strange. You can't just put them outside and go, oh, here, we'll put a piece of plastic over them. That doesn't work. They need airflow. They need a lot, man. There's a lot of work to it. And I see people, a lot of their citrus that dies back, but some of it comes back too. I tend not to do that. I want good production of citrus. So I don't allow them to get freezer burnt or, frozen or no air circulation. And they require a spritzer every day. Just give them a little spritz with the hose or with a little handheld water sprayer. But, they need love. They need care. And that's just the way it is. And you can't change it. Some citrus you can leave outside. Some, not all. No. Quite a few will just die back. Oh, I've got laundry going. I've verithaned the floor with some stain, and the verathane is called polyurethane, I think. Anyway, I'm just waiting to put on the second coat. It's 5 now. I put the first coat on at 3, so it's been on there 2 hours. I got to go and just see if it's tacky or not. It's reasonable. Not quite to walk on it yet, but another hour or so I will. Then I can put the second coat on. Yep. You put the plants in the greenhouse, hey? I have my box of bulbs. There are hundreds and hundreds of bulbs ready to go. I've got the beds prepared. Well, I had someone help me too. It was a lot of digging, and I shouldn't have done so much. I was in rough shape after that. But I get all having fun and let it dry good. Yeah. I can't go on it yet. It's still just a tiny bit tacky, not very much. But it's been a couple of hours, I think. So 3, so 4, 5. So it's been a couple of hours, but it needs, you're right, let it dry good, before you walk on it. So what I did is I left an area to go around it. So I'll do that area last, right? So I did the main, it's about 36 square feet that I did. I had someone sand it down, like remove it, the old finish. It was pretty ratty anyway, and then it was sanded down with 2 types of grit: a heavy grit, no, medium grit, and then a really light grit. And then that's good enough with me. Hey, Lewis, and good to see you, Lewis. So yeah, let it dry good. That's good advice. You don't want it to be tacky at all when you. I've got the heat in here and I got all the windows open because, I had a mask on earlier and somewhere around, it's on the counter over there. And I wore a mask and I had all the windows open and all the fans, and I had the washroom fan on. I had the kitchen fan on. I had the living room fan on. All the windows and doors are open. So I was getting cold. I'm like, so this is how my citrus feels, right? And so, yeah. My gosh. Well, it's awkward. Howdy, Mallow. That's Lewis. Aquadunky Prospecting. Saying hello to Lewis. Aqua. Isn't that a French word for water? Water donkey. Well, we call them moose. I'm new. Don't mind me. Oh. I've got the air intake that comes out of the house here. So I'm sitting right there, so I don't have to smell any of that bear thing. It's all getting sucked in and out, and filtered. Franny's Farm. Good morning, Howie. How the heck are you? I'm freezing my butt off here in Maine, 14 below 0 Fahrenheit. Well, hello, Franny. I remember you from a long time ago. Let's go over and see who Franny is. I think I've been there like a couple years ago. Yep. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, you're a pretty cool person. This is Franny's Farm. If you're videoed on my property, it is for my YouTube channel. Yeah, well, give them fair warning. You've got February 26, 2025 greenhouse fix. Oh, nice. Oh, you got a hoop house. Oh, nice. February 25th, roof take raking results. Oh, yeah, you took the snow off the roof. I can see it there. The driveway is plowed. Nice. Good to see you again there, Franny. I remember you from a couple years ago. I bumped into you a few times. I forget that guy. Who's that guy? Yeah, I had to stop hanging around because of the trolls. Oh yeah, well, there's lots of them. Oh, I'm having an earthquake right now. This is an earthquake right now. Holy shit! Oh, we're having a big one. Holy, we got a big earthquake. Yes, nice. We got an earthquake. Holy crap, man! This is cool. Oh, it stopped. Whoa, that's great stuff, hey? Oh, that spooked the crap out of me. That was a big earthquake. The whole house, the windows, everything was shaking. Okay, one. Oh, I better start timing this. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000. I don't have my 16, 1,000, 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000. I don't think we're going to get a second one. It can go up to like a minute or two from now. But that was a freaking badass one, man. Yeah. It let go of boom like that. I saw this. Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be recorded on the Geological Society of Canada and the US. That was a badass freaking. That was a really badass one, man. I shook. That's a fiver for sure. Oh, that was fun. I needed that. Yeah. I could see your calendar move behind you. Oh yeah, the walls were shaking. Oh yeah, the buffet right here, the hutch was going back and forth, and the French window was going like this. So that's a fairly close one. It's a fiber for sure. I could see your calendar moving. Well, the whole table was shaking. The whole house was shaking. And it lasted quite a while too, hey? Yeah. We've been having one every week, one a week now. I never had that before. There's definitely something moving on this planet. Dang, that was exciting. Earthquake time. What time? At 46 minutes. I want to go and have a look at that. Yeah, that was exciting. I could see your calendar moving. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Cool. You guys got to go through a live earthquake. That's cool. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Awesome. Action. I was worried about the glass mirror there because it was going like this, and I was worried about it breaking. So yeah, I didn't get to see the calendar move, but I saw the window over here move. I saw the table move. Not very much, but more vibration like. But this mirror on my right that's in that hutch, that came back and forth and it actually tapped a little bit, which was pretty cool. We had the coldest winter that I can remember this year. Oh, we had I don't know, a couple of weeks of snow and it went away. Everything's in full bloom here. They're doing the annual flower count. We've got billions of flowers here now. It's in full bloom. I could walk around. I should videotape some stuff. Yeah. Oh, I should have had that darn camera going as soon as the earthquake happens. Hit that button, you know. But this is recorded it anyway. Yeah. Yeah. My computer was bouncing around pretty good. The table was moving pretty good. And the hutch and that window. And Dave Knight says the calendar moved behind us. That was way cool, man. Earthquake in the morning. All you earthlings take warning. Yeah. Takes 4 hours for when pole shift happens. It happens every 100,000 years anyway. The last one happened like 11,000 years ago. When it happens, it only takes 4 hours, and there's a big wave that goes around the planet. You can read about it. Chen Thomas wrote a book about it, and Albert Einstein endorsed it as that's what happens. Yeah, wake and bake. wake and shake me. That was great fun, Dave. Hey, we've got the experience an earthquake. Right on. This is the third one in a month that we've had. But that one was that was a big one. That was a fiber for sure. And it couldn't have been very far away because it was shaking. We started ice fishing in December and still ice fishing in March. Well, you're in Maine, aren't you? That's pretty cold. Yep. At least I think so. I'm not sure. But coming up on the hour, eh? Wow. And an earthquake. That was exciting at the 46-minute mark. So I'll put that into the, yeah, earthquake. Yeah. Excellent. I don't mind earthquakes. I find them exciting. I know it's strange, but the earth moving is like, because we're on a planet going through the Milky Way, hey, and it's circling around like this at like 25,000, something like that. And then it's on a trajectory like another 13,000, or I could have that backwards. But we're ripping along through the Milky Way galaxy, eh? You're on this little marble speck in space. So yeah, when I feel an earthquake, I feel alive. Could you imagine if you actually felt the earth's noise or hear the noise and vibration of what it really is? You would be driven mad. That was very cool to see. Yeah. My computer, all I can remember is my computer going back and forth in that mirror over here in the hutch and that window there and the table. The table vibrated kind of, but there was a couple of like boom, boom, like a couple of before it happened. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound right. And then I thought, well, maybe it's a freaking plane crash. Who knows nowadays what the hell happens? The year Mount St. Helens went up, it was hard year to grow a garden. Oh yeah, the wood ash. I mean, it was hard on everything: cars, chainsaws, anything that moved that ash. You needed a new filter. They actually made filters called Mount St. Helen filters for chainsaws and stuff because it was everywhere. It was bloody everywhere. It was on your car. It was on your house. It was on you. And it was really finite. It was a really fine. No, it was smaller dust, and then it became mucky, and then washed away. Yeah. That was a pretty good earthquake. I was getting a little worried for a second there because it lasted longer than the other ones, like twice as long, and I'm like, oh, wow. It's when it lasts a minute. Then you got some serious shit coming your way, right? I got a huge extinguisher for putting out gas, right? Because that's a problem here. Everybody's got natural gas. So once the massive earthquake hits, there's going to be some fires. So, but that'll go out because they'll shut the gas. The gas will shut down automatically. There's built-in mechanisms for that. So you're going to have to fight a little bit of fire to save your pad, right? Or the neighbor's pad. If yours isn't on fire, you got the extinguisher for it. I got a massive one I can barely carry. Franny's Farm says, I was thinking you might need to get in the door frame. Well, after the shaking stops, that's when you split. Okay. Now, whether you're in the door frame or under the table or the desk or whatever, once that shaking stops, that's when you boot it out into a clear location. You don't want to be around trees or poles and houses. Like I keep a tent and stuff outside underneath the balcony in case it comes down at the very edge of the balcony. And, propane tanks, water bottles, and food. Because if the shit hits the fan and the house comes down, I mean, you're not, you got to find your way in and out. The best thing to do is get the hell out as soon as that shaking stops. Yeah, lack of light in the Midwest was a problem from the ash and the clouds. Yep, absolutely. Here on Southern Vancouver Island, it was just a film that went onto everything. You woke up in the morning, it's like looking at fog. And then when the rain came and the wind would blow that shit around, then it just became a little mucky, and then it's all gone. It was gone pretty much right away. That, but yeah, that was exciting earthquake. Yes, yep, that was exciting. Yeah, I'm glad it's over though. Yeah. Well, I think I better get going. Y'all take care. It's nice seeing y'all, and thanks for hanging out through the earthquake. And peace and love. Franny, good to see you again. And take care, folks. All the best to everybody. And yeah, Bill left too early there, I think, See you there, Mr. Knight. Have a nice day, everyone. If I missed anyone, peace and love. And I got to go and look at the video again at 46-minute mark. That's when the earthquake happened. That's going to be interesting. Cool. See you guys. Bye. Thank you all for being here. End stream now. Boom. End stream now. Boom.